Hello, Revolut team. I'm Marina, 34 years old, from São Paulo, Brazil. I want to share with you guys a little bit about myself, and then we can talk about the demo that I was asked for to do. So, I started my career at Itaú Bank. It's one of the biggest banks here in Brazil. I was a trainee over there, and I think it was a good start for me. So we did job rotations, and I could get to know more about all the company systems and teams. So for me, I considered a good start. After that, I was chasing something new, and Safra was starting the currency project, Safra Pay. So I went to Safra, and Safra is also a global bank, and over there I was one of the first hired people to start the project, and I worked there for 2 years developing all kinds of projects to start the currency project. So it was pretty fun. And after those 2 years at Brazil, we were starting a new phase of companies, like the startups were getting started, and the agile methodology were getting to the companies, and I was pretty curious about it. So after 2 years of Safra, I got a proposal from Neon. They were also starting at the period. They had only 80 80 people working, so it was pretty small. And now it's not a startup anymore. They've been grown. Over there I was leading all the projects of payments, the relationship with Visa, innovation process and features like wallet, NFC, and assign ways of payments. So it was and oh, digital card and physical card also. I had a lot of things to work with. And after that, I went to Bunky. Is the Bunky is a financial services system startup that Via Varejo bought to help the clients, their retail company, and they wanted to help the clients to finish the purchase online or at the stores. So they bought the Bunky startup, and I was there when they bought it. I started at Bunky with leading as a GPM. I was leading 2 squads, and after that, I ended with 9 squads and 2 tribes. So one of the tribes were the financial service one, and we created a second one that was the marketplace. That's what I'm gonna talk about actually. And just to get over my experience, I was working as a head of product at Vituji. Vituji is a pretty small startup. They were getting started this year, but with the situation of the Brazilian market, things are not going pretty well. They didn't got the part to continue the project, so it's pretty much, I don't know how it's going to work to the end of the year. That's why I'm looking to new opportunities. And about the product demo, I chose to talk about marketplace. I've been working with financial services, and I think I developed or at least had contact with all of the features and systems around Brazil. So at Bunky, I created the Pix with the squad. I was leading the squad that created actually, and I worked with Boleto, credit card, digital card, physical card, transfers, and all kind of financial services, which I really liked. But for me, the challenge I want to share was about creating a marketplace from scratch, and this was in the middle of pandemics. I was working at Bunky, that is a retail company, and the stores were getting closed. So our directors and all the stakeholders, we were concerned about how people are going to shop. Like, what's going on, when is it gonna end. We didn't know anything, and with a lot of discussion, we decided that it was important to create a marketplace at Bunky's app, so people could shop online, uh, since the stores were closed. And with that information, was like, oh, okay, let's create a squad. I was leading the financial services tribe, and we created a marketplace squad at the beginning that after became a tribe, but at the beginning it was just a squad. It was like, hey, let's do research, let's take it easy, let's make it work. And the director and the stakeholders came to me and said, like, okay, things changed, we need to do it in 4 months because this is a really important project, and I want to show in the meeting we have to with the investors and the clients, in 4 months. So I need this project done and working. I was like, what? 4 months? And at the beginning, it was pretty scary. And since we were talking about it, was like, okay, first question I have to do is, what is your understanding of a marketplace? Because maybe we're not looking to the same project. So this is my first question. What do you understand of a marketplace? And my director at the time said, oh, I want something huge. I want to sell all products. I want to be part of people's life and make sure they have everything they need, etc., etc. And I was like, okay, you want something big, and probably we're not going to be able to do it in 4 months. So we're going to work on an MVP project, and I'll go sit on my desk. I'll go talk to my team and make some research to understand what is the best project we can do, and then I'll come back to you and share what we're thinking. And he was like, oh, okay. So I was leading the squad and the financial services tribe, and the first thing we did, since the clock was ticking, we did a quick research with our clients to understand what were the most needed products they really want to shop, and they weren't able to because the store were closed. And we did a nice research with them, and we figured out that they wanted to buy products from Casas Bahia, that is a retail store, from Via Varejos Group, and that they really wanted to buy cell phones at the beginning. And with that, the team was pretty scared at the time, because they were like, oh, we need to develop all this. How are we going to do it? We're going to die working. And it was all pretty dramatic. But I sat with them, and we did an MVP project that we're going to sell Casas Bahia's product with the simplest marketplace system, simplest research. It's going to be all simple, and with only one way of method. We're not going to do everything because we don't have time to do that. So we figured out the best way of method to pay was the Bunky's cards, credit card and debit card. And so, okay, we closed the MVP project. I went back to the stakeholders and the director to share with him. I was like, okay, we have 4 months. We're gonna do this. It's gonna be quite simple. We're not gonna sell all kinds of products because it's impossible. But I can guarantee you with this simple project that you're gonna have something to show in 4 months. And he accepted. He was like, I need to show something. I don't care. I really need to show something. So we did that. I went back to the team. We were discussing how to do it, and we started getting done. It was a lot of work. We had to do a lot of task forces. I had to move another PM from my other tribe to help in a certain point. But we were really close to the technical team, and I think that helped a lot. We were all with the same goal and the same desire to get the job done. So we were kind of helping each other in a way. So people, I don't know. So we won't get disappointed. We were working really together at the time, and it was nice to see that. So after the team were exhausted, we got the project almost done. I remember we saw a lot of things we wanted to make it better, like, oh, we can improve this. This is not right. This is not going the way I wanted to. And at that point, I had a lot of decision to make to see what are we going to prioritize to make improvements, and what were the items that we were going to put it in production and fix it later. It was pretty tough for me, but it was nice to have this alignment with the teams, and we were working really together at the time. So as a leader, I always like to hear the opinions of all the teams and the stakeholders and all the areas, and that helped me a lot with those decisions. So after the project was done, I realigned with the director, say like, okay, do you remember we talked 4 months ago and the project was gonna be this, this, and this? And he was, yeah, I do. I was like, okay, this is what we did, and it's going online tomorrow, so you can talk about it in your meeting. And it was so quick. It was in the same week, I think. We released the feature, and the week later, our director, he was like showing everybody and selling to the clients, the investors, like, oh, we have a marketplace and etc. And I think this project was important for me because we could align all the stakeholders, the technical team, the product team, and the users' needs in the same conversation pretty much. So I don't feel anyone got disappointed with the project, even though it was an MVP. Our director were pretty happy to show it, and he really wanted to show it in this meeting, so he really enjoyed the release in 4 months. Our team were exhausted, but pretty happy, like, we did a good job. We did it in 4 months, and pretty happy with the results. And I think the most important is that we choose to develop things that our clients really wanted to. So they were really getting in to know the feature, and after a while we were looking for the results, and in 3 months we started to have increase of purchase. I think it took 3 months for them to get to know more of the feature and to feel confident about it, since we were working with the CD and E class, and at the beginning they were just accessing, and we could see all the flow and all the drops to understand what was going on, and they were always like checking the portfolio, the products, but they wouldn't finish the purchase. And in 3 months we started to see the numbers growing and the clients closing all the flow to the end to finish the purchase, and it was pretty nice to see. I'm pretty proud of it. After the project was done, we didn't stop. We had a lot of things to improve and to make it better. So I think our happiness, the happy moment, it was like quick, like 2 days, and after that we were like, okay, now we have all these priority things to fix and to get it better and to improve. So with the whole list to keep doing and improving the work we've done. And the squad of marketplace after a while became a tribe. So that's why I said in the beginning that I was leading 2 tribes when I left. One is the financial services tribe, and the second one were the marketplace, that now it's a tribe of 3 squads, I think. And this for the project. I don't know if I missed a little bit of the questions, but it was fun to do it. And I also include in this presentation some print screens of the flow and some comments about how we did it and how it's working nowadays. And I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you a lot for the conversation. I think it's funny to record a video. I'm a bit nervous, but hopefully you guys understood what I was trying to share. Thank you. Bye bye.